Okay, folks, time for another exclusive review from patrons, and it's Who Dares Wins 2. I thought it'd be worth covering this, especially after doing Commando Arcade for C64 month, just because it's basically a Commando clone. So, the thing is, Who Dares Wins 2 was written by Steve Evans, published by Alligata in 1985. Now, the big thing is, Who Dares Wins 2 is actually, let's kind of call it a sequel to something that did really exist, or more accurately, existed briefly. So Who Dares Wins came out earlier that year, and basically they got into a lot of trouble because, as you can see, it's a bit like Commando. And in Who Dares Wins, it's actually a lot closer to Commando. In terms of the level designs, the player character was blue, things like that. So Elite kind of got annoyed because they had the rights at this point, and hence were working on the conversion of Commando, and so they, there's a bunch of legal hub flop, and ultimately, Who Dares Wins got pulled. But give a few months, give a bunch of changes, and then you get Who Dares Wins 2, which seemed to have escaped the legal wrath. So it's a running gun shooter. Your task is to fight through the eight levels, secure the outposts, and free your allies from the enemies. So one thing I like is it's actually a little slower paced than Commando. Now, I really love Commando. That game holds a lot of memories for me, and if you've seen the Commando Arcade review, you know that it's a great conversion, but flawed, and Commando Arcade improves that. And here, this actually, it's a smoother game. I like the fact it's a little slower. I think part of that comes from some of the other home computer versions, where I know they actually were flick screen. It didn't actually free scroll or push scroll like it does here on the 64, which, those machines didn't exactly have the power to do this kind of scrolling, so they made do with what was best for them. Ooh. One of our allies. Save him. Yeah, we saved our... I like that. One of the things that's actually really cool about those little execution points is, in Commando, it was just for show. They'll take him off screen, that's it. And we're at the first bunker. I think there's a little sprite glitching there, or was that just me? But in Commando, those things were just for show. But here, your actual allied PAL could get executed, which is... it's not gory or anything, but it happens. First one done, 7 more to go. But I like the fact that the levels here are really short. Commando's levels tend to run a lot longer, and they also tend to be a lot tougher. Ah! That was a stupid move, and I'm out of grenades. And that's a bit of a minor bugbear on this game for me, is just that compared to Commando, the grenades aren't that common. I'm out, and I'm now at a serious disadvantage here. Because now I've got to fight my way through some of these bunkers. Oh, there are grenades, yeah. Can I get them? Yeah. Ooh, that was close. But I like the fact that there's, the game's a little slower in its pace. Okay. Let's keep going through. Avoid the boat. Some more grenades. Get the grenades. I have to restart the stage. That is hilarious. But I guess it actually makes sense because the levels are much shorter compared to Commando. And ultimately it's why we got why we're able to get all 8 stages in this rather than just the one. Just the 3 that the original version of Commando had. So I actually think, as a smaller game, this does a lot of things better than Commando. And I actually think it's well worth checking out. Who Dares Wins 1 is around. You can find copies, because it was finished and released. I actually think there was a good piece on it on games that weren't, so I might pop that in the description in case you didn't really know. Alright, next checkpoint. extra checkpoint. These are a little less, also a lot less frantic, which I like. I just like the fact this game doesn't quite get as frantic, so it's actually a little more. It just feels a little more playable in that regard. Yeah. 2 down. Oh! Damn it, that plane. Gotta be careful of the water. Oh! I always love these, I like the fact that you can actually take the vehicles out, because you can never do that in Commando. Or, perhaps I should say, I never could in Commando. And something I absolutely love with this game, and it's minor, but it's just such a beautiful detail. In Commando, you can only toss your grenades vertically. So when you hit, you hold down the fire button or hit space or whatever, depending on what Commando version you're playing. Your grenades always go up the screen. Which is just frustrating in the sense that... Ooh, that was a bit of weird sprite glitching there. But yeah, your grenades would always fly vertically up the screen. So you always had to plan around that. Okay, next outpost. Here you can actually toss your grenades in any direction. And that is... It is a minor thing. It is nothing major. It is minor. It is tiny. It doesn't matter that much. But it just makes the game so much more playable in my eye. 3 outposts. 3 outposts. Oh, and I don't have grenades. This is the kind of moment where it's like you really wish you had grenades. But at the same time, I'm happy that this is a much slower paced game. That you can actually get away with that kind of... Come on. Come on, goon, out of my way. Oh, can I get the grenades? Yes, I need those. I mean, the presentation's a little spun. The simple title tune's enough to just... Oh, nice. Ooh. Next checkpoint, okay. They're starting to get a little more elaborate now, that is for sure. This is actually the furthest I think I've ever made it. Halfway through the game, woo! Let's see if I can actually finish this. Oh, I didn't get the grenades. Oh, quicksand! I cursed myself. Didn't I? I cursed myself because I said, oh, I'll see if I can finish this. And, I couldn't because, yeah. I really think that's a really fun game. I think it's a nice take on the formula that Commando set up. Plays really well. It's actually really good fun to play. If you're interested in reading about the first 2 days wins, I'll make sure to pop the link for games that weren't in the description box. But yeah, thanks again for watching it. Thanks again for the support. Yeah, as always, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and keep watching and keep sending comments and feedback. I always appreciate it. I always love talking about these things and talking about some of the weirder aspects and less known aspects of games. But then, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.